So you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. If you're new, you're welcome. This is Sunday night, trying to get ourselves in line with what the market is doing. I'm currently on a trade on BTC. Currently on this trade on BTC. I took it from here, and I intend to hold it down to this stop. I intend to hold it to 124,500. And for those of you who are new, I'm also live on on YouTube as well as Twitter. My screen is being displayed there in full form. So if you are not comfortable with how you are viewing this screen on TikTok, you can check the Twitter page and the YouTube page also. So you can see we are live on Twitter. We're live on Twitter as well as the YouTube page. So that could help you get a better view of the screen. On synthetic, I tried to take a trade on V75 earlier and ended up wiping my account before the trade matures. I was risking a sell. I think the first one was here when he did this change of character. I took a sell here. That one was a loss. He went for like a 1 to 1, came back, took me out, and then I went for it again here. But this time I over leveraged the account and it took me out before going my way. So hey Kay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How's your weekend? Hope you guys have rested and hope you guys are very ready for the coming week. Hope your psychology is intact. Hope you have got over and you have forgotten about your losses from last week. That's the most important thing. Hope you are not stepping into this week, and trying to chase the losses of last week. Very, very important. Please check how I am doing on YouTube because I've not checked. Alright, so if you go on YouTube right now, you see that we are also live. And I just want to see if the voice and everything is okay. So I am live on YouTube, but so it's fine, but with a lot of noise. So I'll try to sort that out right now. Test, 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 test. It's fine. think the noise thing should be fixed now on YouTube. I'm just waiting to see it. Aha, okay, okay. So the noise is good. Let me add the background music also so that I will not be copyright or I will not fall into copyright issues. Yep, that's better. It's way better. Okay, so in case you drop a message or you drop a comment on YouTube and I don't reply you, you can check on Twitter. Isaac, please send me a DM. TikTok is not letting us, add. Um, it's not letting us to add. What's it called? Link to the bio anymore. Like you cannot just post any random link. And I have this link. That link that you are seeing there. If you can do me a favor and you type it in, this lnk.bios lifestylers, you see all the links to our other platforms, the YouTube, everything is on that one link there. But I have my YouTube on I have my YouTube attached to the TikTok also, so you can use that. Go to our YouTube page, and then you can find all our other channels on the YouTube description. I think, yeah, it should be on the YouTube description. Everything should be all there. But if you cannot do any of all this, you can just send me a DM, and I'll send you the link at the end of the live section once I'm done. Right. So how are you guys doing? Currently, I'm only in one trade. I'm on BTC, and basically what I'm here to do is just to go and check through all my analysis of last week, and also to prepare myself for tomorrow. That way, I will not be, like rushing into making decisions when the market opens tomorrow. We all know that the market is still sleeping, the market is still closed. So if you are doing anything on the charts right now, it should be, you checking your charts, practicing and also preparing your mind towards tomorrow. And like I've said from the beginning, one thing that you should definitely do is to find a way to forget about your losses of last week so that you can move on with your trades this week as a fresh one. You're not coming to chase your losses of last week. You're not coming to, revenge or try to get back what you lost last week. It is gone. The goal for this week is to make money this week, or at least to make this week not be like the last week. And I want to tell you something. Last week was really, 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 really terrible for me. Like crazily terrible. I lost a lot last week. All right. And the reason why I'm saying this is just so you could be encouraged and to know that even the person that you feel like is good might also be going through, you know, bad trades and bad trading moments through like you. All right. So we are all in this together. Don't go and be feeling like there's anyone with a superpower somewhere that knows how to trade more than everybody else. Nobody. The best of them all take losses. So see it as an encouragement, you know. And then we can also manage the trades that we are running. I'm currently on a trade on BTC. Last Friday, I gave out this signal for a buy on BTC. My entry was here. I entered the buy on BTC there. The stop loss was below this low, and we were in profits when the market closed for Forex, and then consolidation started. The normal Friday thing. Now, the lucky thing about this trade is it came down, and I thought because I could not close the trade on my own on Saturday on my broker, for some reason, the FTMO server will not let you close even a crypto trade on Saturday. You will see it moving, but you cannot do anything, right? So I left it running, and somehow it recovered. And by the time I checked my trade today, I saw that it was already um, it already played out. Right? This is not supposed to be like this. All right, you can see the trade closed by itself. All right, it already played out on the phone, just like that. So I think this chat is not loading because on my phone, the trade that I'm in, I'm currently in drawdown, but here, for some reason, I am seeing it not in drawdown, which is confusing. So on Binance, Bitcoin is showing 22,800, 122,800. But here is still stuck at 122,500 for some reason. Oh, that's, that's weird. That is weird. Isaac Macaulay, you're welcome. And my name is Sailors. I am the voice behind VFS Trade, which I am going to be changing soon because I found out that there is someone else, a very established trader, whose trading channel is called VFX Trading, and that pisses me off a lot. So I am going to definitely want to change the name to something else. I might make it the name of my company. Yep, but I'm still thinking about it. But yeah, I am the voice behind VFX Trades as it is for now. Bitcoin, what the fuck is going on with you? So, seems like my entry was a little bit higher from what I am seeing. It's not supposed to be like that, but this particular chart is stock. Bitcoin chart, Binance. I don't think it's not it's not moving at the same length with what I'm having on my MT5. I'm currently in the drawdown on my MT5, but here it's showing that I'm not yet in the drawdown. So I'm trying to see. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm currently in the drawdown. That was my entry. The chart is already going way below it, but here it is showing that I'm not even close to drawdown yet. So let me see if there is another chart that is more like what I see. Because this one on FTMO is just it's confusing, to be honest. FTMO Bitcoin chart is confusing. In fact, I'm close to stop loss already on FTMO. Let me remove some of these drawings. Yeah, I'm close to stop loss already on FTMO for Bitcoin. Let me see if I can get a better shot. The one that FTMO will be using. BTC. Um, what does that mean? I don't know the meaning of that. Sorry. Sesquandavis. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Aha. So this one relates better. The Coinbase chart, it shows what I am seeing on my chart better. Now I have to do all my marking on Coinbase. That's annoying. All right. So I think what I'm trading with right now is here. Break of that structure, a retracement to this low, which is here, and then the reason for that trade is a change of character. Not really a change of character, a break above this level. So I took a trade somewhere around here on the pullback. I was watching the 5 minute time frame, by the way. So yeah, this is why I took that buy on BTC. So stop loss for this one is right here, and that's why I said I am actually close to stop loss on my chart. So it is confusing to see that on Binance it is not close to SL. Says the translate. Okay. What is the estimate? More Diop. Estimate of what? What do you mean by that? Like what's the estimate or what's the target? Sorry, I don't speak that language, but if you can understand me, then maybe let me know what you're talking about. You're on bias too. Nothing is happening. What to expect? That's the reason why you set your stop losses, right? If you took this buy because of the same reason I took the buy, then probably your stop loss would be below this one. And the reason why you have your stop loss below this one is because that's as much as you would expect it to go, right? So um, just let it do what it wants to do. And if it doesn't want to go here, there is still more opportunities to the downside. So there are two trading opportunities here. The first one is from that level, which is the one we are trying right now. And in my own opinion, the second one would be from this level to the final low. These are the two places I see a buy being reasonable. All right. So if you see a change of character in these places and you decide to take a buy, you are not wrong. All right. Just manage your risk accordingly. So me, I have risked 0.5% of my account here. All right. So it shouldn't be something to be worried about. Why is that? You can't buy BTC today. Why is that? Your broker is still closed. Front page, what do you mean by you can't buy BTC today? I can't buy. Like, I can't. Please elaborate. System don't be laggy. I still understand your front page. So let's see how this goes. I'm only here to do analysis though, but I am currently on this trade. I'm here to check out all my pairs to prepare myself for tomorrow. That's the reason why you see that I'm live. I have about 4 pairs that I'll be looking into tomorrow for trades. So one of them definitely is going to be Euro USD. So I'm going to be doing my top down analysis today and then to know what to expect tomorrow. And another one will be GDP USD. I don't know. My system is lagging right now. Lagging so much right now. These were all the trades that I took last week. Why don't you wait for market to open? Do you wait for market to open before you come and prepare your mind for the day? I don't understand. Wait for market to open. Why? I'm not here to trade. I'm here to do analysis. What are you saying? Is it when you are ready to trade that you come to do analysis? Hey, unavailable. What's up, brother? How you doing? I don't know, but much better. I wonder why this thing was lagging before. What was I doing? Okay. So, let me guess. You have been on your PC all day, and so you assume that I have also been on my PC all day, bro. All I've been doing all day is resting, chilling, relaxing, and I waited all up till this moment to come online to do my analysis. You understand? So that's basically what I've been doing all day. So tonight, right now, I feel like my brain is ready for it. I feel like I've missed the shot for a while. So I need to prepare myself for tomorrow. I'm not really here to come and trade. I'm here to do my analysis, to check what the market did yesterday, and also to, see where I can improve on the mistakes that I made last week. All right. I can't do that when I'm actively trading. I don't know what's wrong with this mouse, for God's sake. It's not moving. I can't do that when I am actively trading. The best time to do all those back testing, forward testing, and the rest is when you are relaxed, when you're chill. Yeah, exactly. So that's basically what I'm doing here. But I was on a trade on BTC, and that's the trade that you're seeing there. Sorry, I was on a trade on BTC. That's the one that you saw us talking about. What is wrong with this? Why is my mouse acting so slow? Okay, know what to do now. Go some of these pages and give this a little bit of. Stand there, right mouse. The wow.
You might as well call me a joke because that's exactly what I am. Look, I'm not desperate to get it back. I saw you and I absolutely liked you. But here you are trying to pick me up with your sister. Trying to pick me with my sister? Then what exactly do you call this? A matchmaking? Look, I don't want to hear it. There's the door to get into my house. You're asking me to leave my house.
You they go now, they go.
Wow, very gentleman.
You they
You see
go.
my naked is that I want me to leave the house. And you they go now.
You
Everything that they
they go there, they go. So they worry you.
so you have also seen my indices
We
too.
were not
Oh, nice
serious.
one.
Make it they go now.
You
How
see
many
money
times you
there.
want me to tell you? You're asking me to leave your house. You're asking me. They go,
You
they
you say
go.
that after you see money there, like say you don't see the guy later.
Ataya. Oh.
I like that guy reply. He said that you see my own dependence. You use the door. How can you come?
Don't take the thing too personal. Eh?
I don't be vex already
That,
because this thing na very simple thing. Tell your sister. She came. Na for that.
wetin dey drag my mouse with me now? Which kind of
Na
wahala
for
be
that
this one?
very
Get off this one first.
from that very day.
Wetin be this
As you
nonsense?
don't just allow her after the whole day dating after I say so. I think just want to win your day and this that right stand. She
So this thing is busy moving from side to side. What is my BTC doing? It's recovering, eh? Hmm? Why is this thing acting like this? Let me delete this one. I need to delete that BTC. I think it was the one from Coinbase, right? Yeah. That one is more accurate. This one is more accurate. So we are recovering back on Bitcoin. That was scary. Okay, I think this one is better now. I don't like where I got in on this trade. I don't know why I did not get in on this setup. Maybe because I was waiting for the last one. But I entered this one based on the change of characters. Here we go on key this. I think the battery don't die. Hey, why did tell me like that? So
now listen.
let me make it faster.
You are transferred here for work. And I think you should focus.
So it shows that. Okay,
You know my age.
I don't need you to
You know
connect.
my
Connect
age.
to what? It disconnect. All right. Currently, it's showing that I'm already in profit, but uh, I don't know. My entry, I don't know what is wrong with Bitcoin, but for the trading view chart is not representing what I am seeing on my NT5, especially for the FTMO account. So currently, it's already showing that I'm in profit, but I mean,
Hey.
yeah, it's showing that I'm in a profit on the two accounts. So it's not even about FTMO, I guess. I guess my entry was a little bit light, maybe somewhere around here, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, that's the trade.
In 4 months now, like this, I will just ask say, I
Oh
beg,
boy,
you can do it. You
I don't need to check. Oh boy, I say I should check 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. Let me see. All right, 4 hour time frame. What's going on in the 4 hour time frame? The 4 hour time frame shows that the new candle that opened is just flipping bullish. The previous three candle, one very bullish, sorry, one very bearish, one an inside bar, and the last one was a drag, which tells me that the buyers are interested in buying back the market from here. It is also a support level. It is also a very strong support level, I guess, based on the 4 hour, which also tells me that I am doing the right thing. All right. If I go to the 1 hour time frame, I have a support where I'm taking the buy from. If this place is going to hold, then I'm also doing the same thing. The only thing that I'm not happy about is how I entered. If I've entered directly, I would be in a profit already. All right, I'll be in a profit already if I enter directly, but I wasn't sure, especially and also because of this candle. I was paying attention to how aggressive that sell back was, so I wanted the better confirmation to make the entry, and that's the reason why I took the entry based on this 15 minutes and the 5 minute candle. So yeah, the trade. That's the reason why I took the trade. Um, I still stand by the trade. If it's going to take me out, I'm ready for it to get down to this level. I see this area as liquidity, so uh, I'm still waiting for it. Whichever way happens, I'm okay with it. Where is the take profit? I'm targeting the next structure. Usually breakout structure. That's what I'm targeting. Now, based depending on the aggression that the market is using towards my take profit, when it is coming like this, I will adjust it to maybe something like you know, it depending on the aggression. If it's coming on a slow manner, I will not adjust it. But the first take profit, the first take profit is any liquidity that is held inside of this move. Since it is not coming from like the premium level, all right, premium level meaning it didn't take this last liquidity, right? It is just reacting above the liquidity. So I'll be targeting the internal liquidity that I see inside of this move downward. And if you look at it, that internal liquidity I think is here, all right? So my first target is here, all right. But again, like I said, it depends on what the market does when it is approaching my area. So let's say the market is in my zone, in my take profit zone, and I start seeing some behaviors that signifies that the market is about to turn, just like you saw here, then I can close my trade. Or what I would do is close part of the trade and don't just hold some since we are in an uptrend. There's a high chance that the market might decide to fly after breaking out of this zone. So the take profit is dynamic for now, but that's the first one. Hey, Gabby Centros, thank you, thank you for that. I hope that's clear. I hope that is all right. All right, so we are seeing a second kind of like change of character on the lower time frame, which I don't like to pay too much attention to. But looking at the 15-minute candle, this one have 3 minutes to go and it's already closing bullish. 30-minute candle looks bullish. 1 hour candle looks bullish, and also um 4 hour candle, which still have like 3 hours to go, is looking bullish for now. So you never can tell. Never can tell. It might be a loss, it might be a win, but I'm sticking with it. Can we adjust the SL? For me, not yet. Not yet, not yet. I will adjust the SL when I see a break of this structure. If there is a break of this structure, I will adjust the SL. Adjusting the SL now, it means you are not really ready to lose that money. And if you're not ready to lose that money, you should as well close. Just close. Forget about it. If the trade is not looking too good because there is a very deep drawdown, or because there's, I don't know what's the reason why you want to give up on the trade. But if you have a different reason why you don't want to be in the trade, I think you should just close it since it's at break even. Adjusting stop loss right now, you can adjust stop loss to this one and to just weak it out. The trade is still valid so far the low is protected. All right. So for me, I will not adjust stop loss just yet. Nah. You don't you don't set stop loss. As I say now, I no go dey set stop loss. I dey set stop loss. Oh, who be that? You don't set godly peep. I set stop loss. That's the stop loss. There's a stop loss on my chart. I be waiting you see. Chart. Oh, okay. Maybe what I showed you, you didn't see a stop loss. Look, there's a stop loss. Are you seeing it? There's an SL there. Look, there's always a stop loss on my trades. And you can see the first TP that I set is up there. Always have a stop loss unless you are risking your full account like I used to do on volatility. By the way, with volatility, what's happening? It seems like it's a sell. Thank God, say my money never enter account. But it is still holding strong, so no need to panic. If you're in it's a buy, the low is still very valid until it is invalidated, right? So again, like I said, me personally, I'm not in the trade because my account is not funded. But I like to always do my analysis and watch it play out or not play out. That way, I know that I'm following the market. All right, I'm following the market. We are in sync. Right, I don't want to come to the market and be surprised. We are in sync. That's the most important thing. Yep, I trade synthetic. I trade synthetic. I trade synthetic. Uh, no, this is volatility indices. Okay, so there is a break of that low. Instantly, you start looking at it as a change of character, and then you start looking for places to take sales from. Happy Sunday, still your friend, bro. Wish you luck. Thank you. Wish you luck also, brother. Maurice refill. Much better. 75s. 75s. How is it? From what I can see, your attention should be shifting to look for sales. All right. Your attention should be looking to take sales because the structure is finally ending. You see, that structure that you have been enjoying the buys from the low, it is respecting the higher time frame structures. Now, I would have loved if it gets to the premium level, but you never can tell. There's a change of character. So, what do you have? You have like a base here that you can take a buy from. There was no trade here, by the way, because uh, there was no change of character or any of those things. Confirmation, if you took the trade, if you took the buy, fine. You are not wrong. You are following the structure. But now that there is a change of structure to the downside, what you want to expect next is a pullback, right? A pullback above this liquidity now. Anything above this liquidity is fine. And then you want to see an intentional candle. So, sorry. Ah. So, this is a loss. That was a loss. I did not take the trade. I've been saying it from the beginning. All right. But if you took it, well, it's a loss on your side. Now I'll be looking for a pullback to this level, somewhere around here. And then I will be looking to take a sell. Why that? Because if you pull out your Fibonacci, you see that that area will be above your liquidity. Hold on. Let me edit this thing. I was using black before, and it was not cool with my eyes. So I'm trying to see if I can shift to a darker theme now. That's the reason why you see me changing everything. No, text color. All right, okay. All right, so that would mean a pullback to above liquidity. So your liquidity point is now. Your liquidity point is now. What's wrong with this one? The liquidity point is now here because it's above 50%. It is liquidity. You take this one out. You've taken loss number one, loss number two. If you took the two of them, for me, if my account was funded, I would have taken loss number one, loss number two. And now I'm waiting for it to give me a pullback now. And I'm not going to be fighting the market here. I'm just going to be following and doing what the market is doing. That's all. That's how I trade. Right. So I wait for it. Now uh the question is, how well are you prepared to wait? Because this is going to take some time. All right. It's either that or you look for the next structural point. If I see a reaction from this low here, which is the last place that did not do any mitigation, I will look for a buy. If I see a reaction here, if I see a change of character, if I see something like this here, down, 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 up, I look for a buy. But this is the only buying area that I see. Anything around here is inducement and liquidity generation. So it is either a sell here or a buy here because there is no place that it is reacting to. All right. There's no place that it's reacting to. The other one, which is something that we don't like to see, uh, is if it is using this area as liquidity for continuation. Well, if that is going to be the case, then you have to wait for it to come and break above this level before making any other decision. All right. Before making any other decision, it will have to come and break above this level because you never can tell if this is just liquidity, it's just generating liquidity and all that. Okay. So that is what I have for V75 right now. The next trade, sell, it comes from up, or buy comes from this level. That's what I will be doing. Because I don't need it. Dark freak. Not everybody needs everything. I don't need those complicated information. This one that I know is enough for me. All right. I don't need to complicate my trading because it feels cool or because it sounds cool. This one is already good and it has been saving me so far. So there's no point. Complicated trading does not mean a good profit. It just means that you like stressing yourself. But if it works for you, then good for you. RSI, moving average, I have used them in the past and I think I have learnt the information that they are trying to pass. All right. When you talk about RSI or moving average is basically a tool that helps to tell you where there is support, like the major support, and when there is a change of character, they tell you when moving average one crosses over, all those crossover and the rest. It's still the same thing that you are doing here, if you ask me. If you apply moving average to moving average right now to this chart, it will show you that one red one is flying over the other by seeing change of character. So if you already understand the information that uh, the moving average is saying, then you don't really need to physically have it on your chart anymore. All right. If you can already tell what the indicator is trying to show you, if you can visualize it, then you don't need the indicator on your chart anymore. All right. What time frame are you on? Currently, I'm on 5 minute time frame on gold. This is 15 minute time frame. Sorry, on BTC, not gold. My bad. I'm currently on the 15 minute time frame, and this is how it looks like. This trade has been a very stressful one, just like the previous one that I held for like 2 days. It almost took me out, and then it went straight to profit before I could even wake up. So let's see how this one is going to go. I'm just going to go with my analysis and my decision and just keep going. Yeah, this is BTC, not good. And as for this one, I'm not yet paying attention to it that much because, like I said, my account is yet to be funded. And I've been saying it from the beginning. But if I was supposed to be trading, this is what I would be doing. I would have taken two losses already. So, and I'm not lying about that. I mean it. I mean it. Why these people don't want to deposit this money? Until they worry them. I'm not chop my money again. Bro, how is your funded account going? Very bad. Very, very bad. Last week, Friday, I did something really, really stupid. Something really, really stupid. All right. As a matter of fact, the account, I might lose it. Let's be honest. So, you guys know how the account was at 9,600. So, I recovered the account to, I think, 9,900. All right. And I was supposed to stop trading for the day. And then I took that trade, I think it was on GU, and I was so mad as to you guys remember we were trading Euro USD and I think the trade should be somewhere around here. Yes. So this was last week. Every other thing that you are saying from here, forget about it. I did not take any of this trade. This is just me doing my analysis and what I would have done better. All right. So you guys remember last week when I think it was on Friday when I was trading, we were this is actually Monday. Monday last week. This is Monday last week. Is that when I did that? Yeah, okay, because I took some break here. So we took this trade and it came back and took us out for break even after giving us like a 1 to 2. So now after this trade, GU at the same time was doing very, very well. So by the time this one was wasting our time here, GU was performing very, very well. So when this happened, I was like, okay, since GU is the good performing pair today, let me switch over to GU. The moment I switched over to GU and I started trading GU started giving me crap. Like Euro USD was now doing the best things that I expected because on GU I took a buy. I took this buy on GU here. If I go to GU now, you see it. I took this buy on GU, and that one ended up being a loss because GU actually went below this low. Sorry, my bad. GU actually went as deep as this. I think I need to point to GU to clarify what I'm saying. All right, I think it should be. This is what I'm saying. So look, this was the sell that we didn't take on GU, but somebody else did in the chat, and then that trade took us out for break even. Yeah. So some people took a loss, but I think most people took it out at break even. Personally, it was break even for me on Euro USD. You guys know that GU and EU are correlating pairs, so two of them are expected to be doing the same thing. All right. So now, when this one took me out for break even on Euro USD, because of how well it actually did on GU, um, I switched my attention back to GU, and I was waiting for this push back to this level to take a buy. You guys know that that is how I trade. You change character, I change with you. I don't argue with you. I don't do anything. So I took this trade here on GU, and the reason why I took it is because GU was closer. EU, on the other hand, if you guys remember the drawing that I made, EU was it wasn't ready. So this is it. EU was very, very far. I think it was somewhere around here. So I took the trade on GU, and GU took me out. Only for EU now to play out after I have left EU. So it's a very interesting should I say psychological torment that day, because I was moving from it when it was about to become good. And if you are a trader, if you really are a true trader and you know the struggle that is involved in trading and how losing stupidly can be, you would know how annoying that can affect somebody's trading. So now this happened. I was very mad because this happened. The trade I'm looking for on GU happened on EU, took me out for a loss on GU. If I go back to GU now, you'll be seeing, look. So it took me out for a loss here on GU. Now EU is playing out, but I did not go back to EU. I was just watching all the trade happen while I was busy making mistakes on GU. So I took this one. Took this one. No, I took this trade here. It wasn't this move. I took this move here. There was this break of structure. I took it. It took me out again. So GU was just taking me out. Meanwhile, on the other hand, EU that I ran from was busy respecting all my zones. Like, look, respected, respected, respected. All the trades that I would have taken on EU was just playing out. And it was just adding to my pain or my anger. And the more it did that, the more I make more mistakes, the more my psychology get fucked up and all that. But at the end of the day, I did not lose the account, but it is in a very, very shameful drawdown. All right, a very, very shameful drawdown right now. So I might not show the balance of the account, and if anyone caught it the first time, fine. But the trade is really, like, the account is in a very, very shameful drawdown, very, very shameful drawdown. So I'll try to see if I can, recuperate myself and then, you know, get it back. If I can win that account back, it's going to be hell of a story. So what do you advise? What advice can you give for me that want to start $38? You want to start $38 and I'm trading $100,000. We are the same, bro. My advice is to trade the exact same way, percentage wise. All right, percentage wise. Me, I am comfortable risking 10% of my account if I have a very, very little account. So let's say I have like $100. I know I have 10 trades. Or if I want to be very, very careful, I know I have 20 trades. That's $5 per trade. So if you have $38, that is 3.8 per trade. All right. 10 trades. That is all. And with $38 money you can afford. So yeah, doing it in 10 places is okay. Now, the more my balance, the lower my percentage risk. Let me explain. If I now have $1,000, all right, $1,000 is a very big money that I might not be comfortable to lose. All right, check what, bro, BTC. What's going on with BTC? Give me a second here. What is happening with BTC? Are we in a loss? Nothing is happening now. The trade is still there. What do I need to check here? Me, I am in this trade. I'm already like the loss is committed. The take profit is there. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, if it takes me out, I'm fine. I'm not bothered. Yeah, I'm not bothered until this trade plays out. If it goes above this level, fine. Will I look to take out some position? Yeah, depending on what the candles are doing. Like I don't like how that 15 minutes is closing, but the fact is it's still a bullish candle. And since the trade is still valid, I think I'll still hold on to it because if you go on the 1 minute time frame, this is what you expected: a break, a retest, and a continuation. So let's check the 1 minute time frame and see. This is what I'm talking about. If this trade was going to go in my favor, since this structure has broken, you can see that there was a structure break here. You don't just expect it to fly and get to your TP, right? You still need to follow the rules of structure: break, retest, break, retest. That's how it's going to follow. All right. So now that I see a break of structure here, it was almost going to take me out. So this should not scare me anymore. If I was able to hold it before, I should be able to hold it now. So what I expect now is a break, a pullback to any support or liquidity here, and then a continuation. If it doesn't work, it just goes and take me out. It is what it is. Nothing else. I mean, in terms of lot size. In terms of lot size, I don't understand. Okay, so my trading view 1 minute candlestick is now showing well. It's not showing well, I believe. Where site it is, what pair are you looking at now? If you are looking at trading Bitcoin and you are looking to do analysis on trading view on the 1 minute time frame, you want to use the Coinbase one. So if you search BTC, all right, besides BTC, you look for the one with Coinbase. I think they have one of the best charts when it comes to crypto, right? So if I'm looking to make analysis on crypto, I don't even use the Binance one because I don't know. It feels like it is not well integrated into TradingView. But the one with Coinbase, it has always been serving very, very well. You can see that even the 1 minute candle are showing it is trying. It is very, very hard to see a crypto chart on the 1 minute time frame when it comes to crypto because it's often gapped up or gapped down. It's not as good as the Forex space. So if you are looking for that, I think you should be using the one that comes with Coinbase. Brian Ruto, in terms of lot size, that is what I was explaining. $38, that is what you have. Your risk is now, if you are going to be following the rule that I told you, the 10 trades rule that I told you, your risk is now $3.8 per trade. Because if you divide 38 by 10, that is $3.8. Now, if you do your analysis, lot size, I don't know how some of these mentors find a way to confuse you people about that topic. Lot size depend on the area that you are trading with. All right. So if I tell you to go and use a dynamic, like your lot size is always going to be a dynamic. I cannot give you a rigid lot size. I cannot tell you to go and be using 0.01. So for example, if you use 0.01 for a sample space of this, let's say you have how many pips is this? So let's say you wanted to trade with respect to from here to here. Let's use this as an example. So you wanted to make an entry here. Give me a second here. So this is going to be your entry. This was going to be your exit. So in this case, hold on. Let's say this is what you are looking at. You wanted to take a sell here. This is going to be your exit, your entry. This is going to be your exit. If you were to enter, you are going to enter here. The stop loss is going to be maybe a pip above here. So let's say your entry point was this number, right? This is your entry, and then this is your exit. Now the gap between here and here is give me a minute here. So the gap between this point and this point on my own view here is showing 28 pips, or I don't know, but it's showing 28,800. I just want to let me say that is 28 pips. All right. Now, if I tell you to use 0.1, it is going to be different from when you are trading and your stop loss is going to be from here to here. So if you use 0.1 here, It's going to be different from when you use zero point 0.1 here. So for me, your lot size depend on where you are trading with respect to. So I don't know how all those people who say use zero point 0.1, use one lot size. I don't know how they came up with that calculation, but I don't think lot size depend on the account or something. I think lot size depend on your analysis and how many pips you are about to cover. So if you are covering 10 pips, you might use 0.01 because you are ready to lose like $1 if that is what is going to cover. All right. Another way to go about it is now you already know how much. All right. Let me see. So you already know how much you are ready to risk because the you have. So Bitcoin is doing very very bad right now. I'm coming. Give me a second there. So this is I want to use this one as an example. This is like the trade that I took. This is the trade that you are seeing on BTC right now. So based on my calculation right now, I'm risking $34. You can see because I'm using 0.05. All right. On this smaller account, yeah, I use 0.02 because if I use 0.05, risking $35 out of this amount is not something I'm comfortable with. Instead, I was ready to risk the change that is on top of this account, which is like $14 also. So for that reason, I use 0.02. So I cannot be rigid with my uh, what is it called? With my lot size. It depends on how long or how big of a space you are covering. All right, and you just calculate it and see how much you are ready to risk. If it works, you enter. All right, so let me go back to the comment section because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it depends on how much you are willing. Yeah, exactly. Me, I dey try sell, you dey buy. So somebody need to lose so that you go win now, abi. You can see right now like this. Now my money you dey shop. So chebi everywhere good. You supposed to dey tell me thank you. If you see me dey sell when you dey buy, you suppose to dey tell me thank you. If you dey work in your favor, you suppose to dey tell me. Why una dey always pick fight with that thing sef? Na go just see person dey sell when una dey buy, una go come dey vex. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be telling him, bros, thank you. Today my analysis work. The day where you lose, na your own analysis work. Your own, e no work. And there have to be these two different type of people in the market for the market to be healthy. Yeah. So again, don't ever, you know, you get to the point now. Any more question? Any more question? All right. So, and this is what I was telling one person who said that this might be a fake out on BTC. Was it BTC or gold or something like that? When I take a buy at a place like this, all right. When I take a buy in a place like this and the market does something like this to me, I don't get back in that trade immediately. It is wrong. When you do your analysis and your analysis says, okay, no, no way, forget about it. All right, all right, go to bed. All right, so yeah. So when you do an analysis and it just takes you out like this, it is what it is. You have lost. You have lost. If you get stuck in the idea of adjusting stop loss or doing all those things or getting revenge trade, sometimes it works. So, for example, let's say I was on the 1 minute time frame and then I saw one candle and then I enter. All right. So let's just assume that I took this loss. I'm angry. I do it. I do it a lot of times. Don't mind me. I do it a lot of times. But I'm just telling you something that you need to know. Don't always rush into a trade, especially when it is outside your zone. If it is completely outside your zone, you don't get back in. There was a trade that I recovered from yesterday during the night on these volatility indices. As a matter of fact, I took the trade, it took me out, but I noticed that it was my error. My stop loss was below the current one. So something like this, I was using this as stop loss. Meanwhile, the stop loss was supposed to be below the zone. No, so something like that, if it happens and the trade takes me out, I'll get back in. But in a case like this where you take a trade, you had your reason why you wanted to take a trade, and then it just take you out clearly like this. Getting back in, that is you revenge trading. Like you are angry that you lost, and so you wanted to get back in immediately. If that trade happened to come true, let's say you happen to enter this trade here, and now you are happy, and now you have like a 1 to 5, which is correct, which is okay. What that is going to do, or what that is going to do to you, is that anytime you take a loss, you are going to be placed in that frenzy of trying to get back in immediately to recover your loss. It's going to put you in that thought of thinking that because it worked today, that is going to work. But what we often have is when your trade is violated, you now see that that is even when the trade will now start going even deeper. All right, just to even be going deeper into your SL. So anytime you see a loss like this, you don't get back in immediately. You only get back in if the trade is still valid. All right. So let me see. I asked you, is that for no? This is volatility index 75. All right, volatility index 75. What is it called? Synthetic pair, synthetic pair, and this is Bitcoin. Gold. I don't think gold market is open yet. Has it opened? Okay, I think the market is open. I heard some alarm ringing the other time. No, not yet. It's not open yet, right? Yeah. So the forex market is not yet open. I think it should be around 11 or 10 or something. Today is Sunday, right? So it should be around 11 or 12 or so. But we did an analysis on it. So I'm trading BTC and synthetic. Okay. So now, if I was going to, again, I keep saying if, because I am not ready to take a trade yet on synthetic. But like I said, I always like to be following the market and be seeing what I would have done if I was supposed to be actively trading. That way, whether I'm trading or not, I learn from my mistakes. So, for example, I would have taken a loss here, I would have taken a loss here. I would have been in pain right now if I had money in my account. So, I need to count it as like a loss, in my own opinion. So if I was risking like let's say 10% of my account, this is 20% of my account gone, and that is a lot of money to just waste and not care about, right? But one thing that I can tell for a fact is that now I see a break of structure. Now I see all this as liquidity. All right, trend line liquidity that is sitting here. I see the discount level that I expect to take a trade from. I am expecting this market to get to this level, but anything above this line is okay for me. So I can label it as liquidity now. I can label this as liquidity, which I signify by dots or star. It will be this one. So liquidity, should this one they want me? Liquidity now. So I'm expecting this market to go above this level. All right. Once it gets above this level, if it is above this level and it's not getting into my area, I don't enter. If you enter into my area, I enter for yourself. But if it is above this level, what I would like to see, if it doesn't touch my premium zone, what I would like to see is a lower time frame change of character, like on the 1 minute time frame, and then I enter. But anything that brings it, let it be this one. All right. Anything that brings, let me use this to my advantage. Okay, let's do this. Anything that brings it to like my most premium level of this market, anything that brings it to this level, I make a direct entry because it is worth the risk. It is final liquidity. If it's going to be respected, it should be respected. It's either that or I wait for like a candlestick confirmation on the 1 minute, like a bold selling candlestick like this, and then I enter. It's either that or I look for this formation. Look, this 1 minute formation. This is what I'm talking about, which is what I didn't wait for that made me take a loss here. I wait for this type of formation, a break below, and then that becomes my entry criteria. All right. So now you're trying to get like the second structural high of a new structure. A new structure meaning break, retest, structure. That's what you're looking for. You see, there's this move here, there's this one, there's a break now, you expect a pullback, you expect a continuation. That is what structure is, right? So you're expecting the new high in this structure, you're waiting for that confirmation to give you a sell. That is what we're waiting for on that pair. Volatility index 75 1S. This is not Forex, and you will not find it on Trading View unless you go with the Trading View of the Reef, which has synthetic on it. All right. Bitcoin is still struggling. It has neither said that we are going to lose, or but it looks like it's favoring the sellers right now. So you never can tell. You never can tell. The risk is already allocated. There is no point, like fighting over it. If you still take trades and you are still, like always worried about the position that you are in, if you are still arguing whether to, like exit the trade or hold the trade or this or that, then you still have a long way to go in the forex market. Trust me, you are not yet ready to lose, which means you still have a very big problem. You are still attached to your money. Yeah. And that is not going to help you. If you have to win, I think it needs to be mechanical. You need to act like a machine where you you don't use emotions. If this is your trading strategy, if this is what it takes, just do it. The reason why you call it a trading strategy is because you know that you have practiced it, you have done your analysis, you have spent the hours on the chart, and every time you have seen that it works out. It's pattern recognition, right? That's what makes you a technical analyst. So this pattern that you believe in, the reason why you believe in it is because you took your time, you checked, it has always occurred. So if you are not ready to stick to it, and you come and be using emotions, you're like, oh, I lost just now, so God, make this one help me, this one go in my favor. Now the exact same prayer wey I don dey pray for the past 7 years, and e don nearly send me go village. So now like this, na strictly mechanical. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works. Be ready for the two of them. Na you sabi o. Anything wey you call am, na you sabi. Inducement level, this data, I have my confirmation, I enter. If it doesn't work, I am ready for the sell. I am ready for the loss. If it works, I am ready for whatever comes. But one thing is sure and is certain. I saw a reason that I was okay with, and that's the reason why I took the trade. If it doesn't play out, I am not supposed to be bothered. I don't care what you have. If you like, you see this English where you just speak now, speak am in like 700 languages. I no go still follow am. Shey you get. I no go feel anything. You understand? That is how you need to be as a trader, my bro. Like, because there's somebody else is definitely going to see something else. And that is the pain of being in trading communities, yeah. Because it just shows that you also in a way are not too confident with your trading yet. So you need people's opinion. Forgetting that people's opinion is also born from, the same thing that is required of you as a technical analyst, pattern recognition, right? And if you are already at the stage where you call yourself a trader and you don't have your own pattern that you work with, I'm not saying that you should not adjust when something is going wrong. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But if you still don't trust your pattern to work out, then you are not yet at the level where you should be calling yourself a trader. You are still a tester. You're testing, you're a beta tester. You're testing to see if it works. And some days, and you will notice when your trade works, you give yourself the glory. But when it lose, now that guy trade why I go follow. If you are still doing that to yourself, you still have like 3 or 4 more years to go. And I hope you survive all the how do I call it? All the pain that comes with losses, because there's going to be a lot more in your trading journey. I am not here to sugarcoat anything for you, but that's the facts, and that's exactly my experience so far. Yeah. So if you are still in the point where you are looking or you are swayed by people's opinion on your trades, or it's people's opinion that determine your trade, then you shouldn't be calling yourself a trader yet. You should be calling yourself a beta tester. You're just trying to see if this is going to work for you, because yeah, a lot is going to come for you. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of losses. Buy yourself. For me, I am in a buy, but have it in mind that there is still liquidity right here, and there is a possibility that it might go further to the premium zone. Now, this is the first support level. It gave me a change of character on the lower time frame. I am confident with it. I took a trade. If you are also if you are also okay with it, then you can take the trade. But if you are not, stay out of it. There's still another, like this place. You can see this line here that shows liquidity. You know, so it could take this one as liquidity, and I'm talking about something like this. You know, a push, especially since this is the first reaction, a push and then a buy. The reason why I'm confident with this trade is that you can see that push here. This one took this one as liquidity, meaning this is not the first reaction anymore. If it was the first reaction to the area, I would not take it. All right, because first reactions are often used as liquidities, right? Like inducement and then used as liquidity. So since this is the second reaction and there was a break inside here, I feel like the market might be gearing to buy from here. That's the reason why I took the buy. So if you are okay with it, take the buy. But like I said, I am open to taking a loss here. I'm ready for it. I'm okay with it. I don't care if it's a loss or a win. But I pray it's a win though. Uh, but if you're taking the trade, please only take that trade with, having all the informations that you need to have. By the way, give me a minute. I use myself. Somebody said gold, please. Gold, please. Gold, please. Gold, please. David, I got you. I'm coming. Got you. Let's look at gold. Has the market opened? Okay, so I guess I just need to repeat the same information that I have on gold. All right. So I'll do that, but the reason for that is when I was doing this analysis on gold, I believe that most of you were not current or you were not present on the live stream. So since there's more people now, I'll just go over the gold analysis. But I think this will be the last top down analysis I'll do on gold. Anybody who wants to check our opinion on gold can go to the YouTube page and do a replay because I've already done this analysis before. All right. I've said a lot about this trade before at the beginning of this live stream. So please listen carefully. All right, listen carefully. And after this one, if anybody asks about, like the top down analysis on gold, unless if we are in a trade, you have to go and do a video replay on the YouTube. We're currently live on YouTube. On there, you can do a video replay. But since most of the people who are here were not present when we were doing this analysis, here is what I think about gold. All right. So first of all, this is last week arrangement. This is all we did last week. You guys remember this trade, the one that took us out to the V and no, this one. Yeah, sorry, this one. So this trade, I was looking for a buy from here last week. All right, and it took me out clean, and it was going in my favor. Then I loaded it again, and like I took two trades instead of one here, which is painful because it gave us what it took. It gave us like a change of character. We entered and they wicked us out and something like that. Now, today, this is the 15-minute time frame, and what I can tell for now, based on this 15-minute time frame, is that the last reasonable break of structure on the 15-minute time frame is right here. Now, it is even more reasonable because you can now see it as it took care of liquidity behind it. All right, it cleared liquidity behind it and broke structure to the downside, meaning this particular high should be regarded as a very, very strong high. All right, this particular high should be regarded as a very, very strong high. All right, so that is my view for gold. Okay, so now that's the reason why I was looking for a sell here, and I had two options. There was also a fair value gap, if you can notice, somewhere around here. So when the market was approaching this level, there were two things that I noticed. That after the first reaction, if you go to the 5 minute time frame, you see what I'm talking about. But if you see this little reaction that you had here, all right, those that is an inducement reaction for those who are looking for buy here. All right, for those who are looking for buy, which I think I'm one of them. It is one of the places where I lost a lot of money on my funded account that day because I was looking for a buy somewhere around here. So I think the trade should be here. I don't know why it's not, but I took a buy and I took a lot of loss here. All right, because I don't know, I was not in my right senses when I was doing that. I wouldn't want to go deep into that, but I took a buy here, and I should limit this one because this trade is also another very, very annoying trade. I took a sell, took profit here because I was waiting for a big pullback and it never happened. It just kept going. I guess that was the anger that made me take a buy here, and for some reason I lost a lot in my account. But that said, let's see what is going on. Now I expect a pullback into the zone, and someone might be asking, are you not going to look at the higher time frame? Yes, it is still the same thing for the 1 hour. As you can see, that break of structure is significantly visible on the 1 hour. Now, the only difference is that for the 1 hour, you would expect that this is a pullback into liquidity, just like you had a break of structure here. Right, so there's a break of structure here to the upside. So you expect a pullback, normal structural formation. All right, that is what you expect. All right, a break of structure, a pullback, and it did everything that you're supposed to expect, which is it took liquidity there, and then now it is moving up. All right, now, but there is a consolidation, like a consolidative pullback, and until this high is broken, all right, until this high is broken, there is no assurance that this is a buy. We still have a downtrend because this one took the liquidity behind it. Gold is in an uptrend overall. If you go to like the 4 hour, the daily, and everything, we all know that gold is buying. But in as much as we are looking for buys, we should also be paying attention to structural formation. And structure is telling me that since there is a take of liquidity here, compare that to this one, there was really no liquidity taken. This was just a pure pullback for liquidity. But here in this case, there's like it took liquidity on the structural level, and now it is retracing back. Also, compare that with the volume of entries that could have pushed the market here. This tells me that this is an institutional type of move, and there's a high chance that this is like a pullback for mitigation and all that. And that's the reason why I was looking for sell at this level. And as you can see, the sell actually gave us like a 1 to 2, something like this, right? So that sell actually gave us like a 1 to 2, and then because I was, like so convinced by this move, if you see the boldness of these candles, you will know that closing this trade too early was not really ideal because there was so much volume that was coming from this level. So I expected that it could do more. I was waiting for like a break of structure or something. So I held the entire trade. I set my trade to break even, and then it came back and it took us out at break even. That was the last trade we had on gold last Friday. All right. Another reason why I closed that trade was because it was around here and the market was already uh, I think 8 to 9:30, which means Friday market was about to close. And if you held any trade, you are going to pay for swap and the rest, and you don't know what might happen in the weekend, right? Market might just open and you see that gold price is way up because of the fundamental activity. So I took this trade out as a break even. Regardless, this zone is still very active, and I still think that if the market opens today, all right, there are two things that I will expect. If it breaks, I will expect like a week above this level and then a break of this internal structure. This internal structure. So if I see a week and a break above this level, above this low, because there's a pullback, and this is coming from the outside, there's a pullback. So if I see a week above this zone, so that will mean liquidity. What I will be expecting is like liquidity, all right, and then something like this, a week, but it should still be held inside here, or something like this. The way it did this move here, it could still do the same thing, all right, around here. So if it does that and I see a strong intentional candle just like this one, what I would now expect is a pullback, and that's why you see this drawing here. So if I see something like that here and I see a strong intentional candle giving me an engulfing candle, whatever, since I'm expecting a sell here from before, I will still be expecting that same sell at this level. So I will wait for a pullback. That pullback would definitely, or most definitely, react from here. So I'll wait for that pullback, and depending on how strong that reaction is, I wouldn't be expect a full pullback. So any zone that is held inside of that here, all right, from the base of the reaction. Why is this one not selected? So from the base of the reaction to the bottom, anything that is held inside there, I will take or make an attempt for a sell with respect to that formation if that happens after market opens. Okay, all right, so that will be the trade. Stop loss will still be above the area, and I'll be looking to take that market all the way down since it is showing me a downtrend on this particular time frame. So if I start seeing a break of structure, I know that I'm heading for this low. All right, but if that doesn't happen and gold decide to be gold that it has been since the past 2 weeks, if there is a break above the structure, I hope that break above the structure happens after there is like some liquidity sweep below here. So if there is a liquidity sweep down to this level and then there is a break above this protected low, this one, that I'm sorry, protected high, that will tell me that we are still maintaining our uptrend. And then what I should be looking for is any formation that is held on the inside of this leg, this pullback. That pullback is going to be any formation that is held on this area, and I'll be looking for a buy. So for now, my bias on gold is open. It's depending on what the market does after the market opens. So I guess nothing yet, right? Nothing yet. I hope that's clear. So Bitcoin, to be honest, it doesn't look good, and but I am already committed, so I'm not going to be doing anything that I will regret later. Because come to think of it, if I close the trade now, that I'm already in loss, and it end up being a winning trade, I'm going to hate myself for it. It might end up shipping my entire uh, trade for the day, because if you become angry, you start making some unnecessary mistakes. So anything that I'm going to do that will make me feel like I fucked up, right? I will avoid it since I already committed to the trade, and the trade is not yet showing like it has not yet proven invalid. I'm just going to hold the trade like that. I was ready for it. I was prepared for it. I will maintain the same energy. All right. Volatility index 75. Let's see. Okay, so this is what we were talking about on V75 1X. Are you talking about V75 1X or V75? All right. You guys remember when I was explaining this formation and I was using this one as example, this one, this this thing that we don't pay attention to and it always happens, that I said that this would have been my entry, but I fumbled and I entered too early. Now, if I wanted to take a trade here, if my money was already in the account, I would have been paying more attention to volatility, right? But if I wanted to take my first trial of trade here, it would be from here to that level, all right? That would have been the confirmation that I'm looking for to take a trade with respect to liquidity, all right? So there are two forms of trade that we take here: liquidity trades, all right? Liquidity trade where you like the goal of the pullback is to come and take liquidity, something like this. All right. So if it takes liquidity, you want to see a change of character and you enter. The other form of trade is the other type of trade is mitigation trade, where you see the market pulls all the way to the extreme, or what you call discounted level, and you don't expect anything to go beyond that level. So you can set your limit entry, which is like the trade I took on gold that I said before. So this one would be a direct entry. This one will be a confirmation entry. So it went above liquidity. If that was the goal of the market, you expect to see a shift. This type of thing is enough, and then you take it. And that's exactly what happened here. All right. So in my own case, the place that I was looking to take a trade from, remember, just like the place that we are looking to take a trade now, it is held inside. It is held inside, so it could easily be used as liquidity instead. Which I guess because I was angry, I did not pay attention to that, right? And that's why I have paid the price. I lost like I think $13 or so on this particular trade. So now it was used as liquidity, and immediately after using it as liquidity, when it has eaten my SF claim, he gave that particular character. So I've seen this happen a lot of time on volatility, and that is what I am trading like literally every day. So um, now that I've seen the same thing happen here, and you see a change, kind of like a change of character, this would have been your entry for the trade, and you are looking for a continuation, just like you saw on that one, right? A continuation because the market has proven to you that it's in a downtrend. So where should be my next target? Of course, I already had that planned out. And this is what I keep saying about, you are taking a trade now, but your focus is not really, it should be like a snooker game where you you are planning your next move even when this move is yet to be achieved. This is one way of looking at it. This trade, I would definitely take it if I'm here. And that will not rule out the fact that there is still a high chance that the market might decide to violate you completely and go all the way to this area. Okay. And then go to mitigate the final one. The idea is that, did you take the trade with confirmation? That is where we are getting it all wrong. Even me myself, that is where I am still getting it wrong. When you have your plan played out and then the market is giving you an inducement, and you you just you fall for it. We all have that problem where we fall for those little inducements, and it has done me dirty. I'm still working on myself on that level, right? Trying in forex trading, but I don't have enough money. You don't need money. That is a bad perception of forex trading. Any amount of money that you have, if you don't have the right skills, it's worth nothing because forex is going to collect it anyways. So money is not the issue. In the hands of someone who already knows how to trade, $10 is all you need. I know this not because it has worked for me, but my experience have so far told me that it's not really about money. There are times where I have had a lot of money and I still lost. Like I am still broke after all because I thought it was money that was the issue. So having tried situation where I am rich, I traded, I lost, and then I am broke, I traded, and sometimes I win. I lost sometimes though, but I win more when I am actually even broke, when there is a problem. So trust me, money is not the issue. The psychology behind the trades and everything, or your planning, or if you are still thinking you are in a competition with somebody, those are the things that are messing with you. It's not money. Hey, Kingsley Football, thank you. I hope you are enjoying the live stream. I hope you are gaining a lot of information. And uh, in the highest level, BFX. I think you said you think volatility 25 is the best. Uh, see, the way I want to approach this is that if you can easily spot your pattern on volatility 75, it is the best for you. But the problem is pattern recognition is just like DNA. The way you see things is different from the way I would see things, right? Your IQ level is different from my IQ level. Your pattern recognition skills might be way better than my own, which means that I should not be expecting to see things the same way you see it, which means that it could be best for you and might not be best for me. But the goal or the major thing here is to what which one do you see your pattern better? So if somebody is seeing his pattern playing out and is comfortably spotting his pattern on boom, for instance, or crash, for instance, it doesn't mean the person is an idiot. He just found something that he can resonate with and it's working for him. All right. So when you say the best pair or the it's not something, it's not general, it is personal. It is something that many people get wrong. It's not general. So for me, I noticed that no matter how many analysis that I do on other pairs, oftentimes I get best trades on volatility in this 75 1s. All right. Lately, I've been seeing my trade play out on V51X. You can see all my watch this year, but I've been stuck on the volatility. But I am yet to perfect the movement pattern on volatility index 50. You can see the same thing is playing out. You see, breakout structure, reverse back to this thing. So I will be looking for a buy here, which is, good. All right. So you can see it is always this is my entry criteria, right? This breakout structure, we expect a pullback and then continuation. So anywhere you see a breakout structure, I expect a pullback and a continuation. That's what I am looking for in the market. Simple as that. Price action, right? So if you are going by that, you could see this one as a change of character. You're looking for a pullback. This would have been a very good trade for you. Boom, you enter a trade here. So I'm seeing my pattern play out, but the difference between this one and V75 for me, there are two. One, the leverage factor is bigger. I think I need bigger account balance in order to trade here, which is one of the reasons why I was trading volatility indices. Because remember, I am broke. I'm a very broke person, right? So I should look for the one that works for me. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why I'm sticking with volatility 75 1s most of the cases. But the thing that I want to make clear here is simple. If you can easily spot your trading criteria or trading strategy or trading pattern, if you can easily spot it on any pair, that pair is your favorite. It should automatically become your favorite because you can see your pattern playing out. I see it playing out most of the times on V75. So somehow I guess you can call it my favorite pair. All right, or something like that. So, but I'm still looking into other pair, and there are sometimes look. Forget the fact that I just said that V75 is my favorite pair. I will tell you for free. V75, I have lost the most money in synthetic pair so far, but it has also given me the most money in synthetic pair. So it's like a give and take relationship. But I love it. We like ourselves. Simple as that. All right. So your favorite pair, now the one where you feel understand pass. The one where your eye feel the cash pass. No go the if Mr. A gets in favorite pair, no go the trade am because na in favorite pair. You fit no dey see the same thing, dey weigh into the same for that pair. Kashiko, will daily candle BTC be a hammer? If it becomes a hammer, will that add money to your account? Is that going to make your account balance big, or you are looking for a trade? But if being a hammer is what you are expecting, then that could be what will shape your decision as to, like how to trade BTC. So, for example, if I'm expecting a daily time frame to close as a hammer, all right, the daily time frame still have like 2 hours to go. I don't think Bitcoin is going to have the strength to, push that much to cover throughout this one. But one thing that could happen is if the market wants to turn bullish, if it wants to maintain bullishness, it could in 2 hour reject and close around here. All right. The previous one is this. Let me remove this. Let me shift this one aside so that we know exactly where we are coming from. We are coming from the top and it's looking very bearish right now based on this daily. Now the previous two daily, this one I don't think I don't know what that is, but that looks like a trade. So let me delete it for now. So you see, this one never went to this high, right? And this one has gone to take it as liquidity. So there's a high chance that it might be used like this might be a hammer, and then we might be looking for a sell. If it closes this bearish, uh, Anything can happen, but still we are still in a bullish trend. And if it closes like a hammer, just like you said, the next daily might want to pull up a little bit before going downward. All right. But at the end of the day, this is showing you that the selling, sorry, the buying is getting weaker. Right. Buyers are becoming weak because the market has been stuck on this level. Right. So this is also a sign. It all depends on what you are looking for. It also depends on what you are looking for. But whether it's going to be a hammer or it's going to be an engulfing, that is not what is going to put food, or should I say money in my pocket. Trading is what is going to put money in my pocket. But having an expectation like that is good. Like if you're expecting to see it as a hammer, fine. If you're expecting it to see it as a hanging man where it flips and become red, it's also a good one because that is solidifying your thoughts of looking for sales, right? Hope that's clear. But for me, it doesn't matter whether it's a hammer or it's a rod. I go trade them. Keisha, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. You're welcome. How are you doing? So you guys are still awake. And I know they sleep. Hey, sorry, OGFX. I am just seeing your message and you said I should try UJ. Are you still here? I can check it for you now. I did not see it before. If you're still here, let me know so that I will check it for you. You're welcome. So this boy don't make me go delete. Oh my bad. Don't make me go delete my entry. I am currently in this buy on BTC. Right? I'm hiding from it. Currently in this buy on BTC. And we're still waiting for it to mature or take us up. Uganda, we don't sleep. You guys are immortals, right? You don't sleep in Uganda. It's crazy. Well, we sleep in Nigeria, but I have had enough sleep in the afternoon, so I think my brain is at its prime right now because I'm well rested. That's the reason why I am here checking all my pairs to see if uh, if there is any money to be made in the FX market. For those of you who don't know, we are live on YouTube as well as Twitter. As you can see, this is us on Twitter. So we are live on Twitter also. We've been live for like 2 hours now, and you can see our full screen there, just like you're seeing. You can see our full screen there. You can also see my face if you're there. All right. So, and also on YouTube, if you miss out on any analysis, please check on YouTube or Twitter. Check UJ. Okay. I thought you were gone. Oh boy. Oh boy. What the fuck happened here? Wait, is the Forex market open? Is FX open now? Okay, so this is what happened, which means that gold would have gone down. Should you never open now? Why is UJ open and FX? Okay, I don't know why this one is counting already, but it is what it is. All right, so what are you looking for on UJ? I don't think you said I should check UJ because you want to trade. I don't think so, but let's just do the analysis for you, anyways. So last Friday, I must have done this analysis for someone which ended up being a loss. I did not take the trade, or maybe I did, but I didn't take the trade. I don't think I took the trade. I did. I didn't take this trade. I know for a fact, but I must have done this analysis for someone, and whoever that person is would have been looking for a sell. We should have got him like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, maybe sorry 1 to 1. Your stop loss would have been above here, and okay, at the end of the day, it's a loss. But why is UJ flying like this? What's going on? So USD is really dealing with Japanese yen. Anyways, let's see where we expect the trade to go back into. First thing first, we go to like our 1 hour time frame and we look at what the market has done. Okay, so there was a break of structure here on the 1 hour. by that violation. So the market took liquidity and went to break structure. So ideally, you would have been looking for a buy. That's the reason why we had this thing here. So you would have been looking for a buy here. Anything from this level, you'll be looking for a buy. All right, because that's the last liquidity. Preferably, if you wanted to be very, very, what's it called? Wanted to be very, very premium with your entry, I would have been looking for direct entry here. Anything above this or anything below this, sorry, I'll be looking for a confirmation entry. That confirmation entry will be a change of character, right? Change of character. So this, it didn't change. Okay. So change of character will be when the market went above here for me. So it went above this area, causing a change of character after tapping liquidity, meaning that I probably would have been looking for a sell at this bottom. Now, risky, just like BTC, you probably would have taken the trade and you thought you are going to die. Something like this. Right? Stop loss would be just a bit below the zone. If I was to take the trade, right, this is what I would have been looking for. Now, there's a new break of structure here to the top side, which is this one. So following order flow, we are expecting the market to retrace back to this low or give you a change of character when there is a pull below this level. All right, just like you did here. You're doing this, you're repeating the same thing here. Premium entry or a confirmation entry at this level. Two things. All right. But for some reason, the market has decided to do you a very big jump. Now, all the analysis is based on the 1 hour break of structure to the upside. That is what you have, and that is what you were basing this trade with. All right. But remember, premium liquidity is still all the way down here, so the market might decide to come back down. Another thing is that the week is just open, a new week is just opening, which means that the forces that was able to send the market all the way to the bottom could still be very present at this level. It could be very present at this level. All right. So for that, I am going to first of all mark out my change of character with respect to this zone, right? And then I'll mark out my premium zone for entry. This will be the premium zone for my entry if I wanted to take a sell with respect to that change of character. This will be like my direct entry position. All right. Apart from that, confirmation entry zone is here because this is like the final reaction before the break of structure, right? Final. How am I picking this thing? So, right. So this is like this. Above this level, I will be waiting for a change of character. All right. Above this liquidity, I'll be waiting for this. I'll be waiting for above here. I'll be waiting for this break of structure, pullback, and continuation. All right. So now, since this is the 1 hour time frame, what you want to do for yourself, since it's yet to tap your premium entry, all right, what you want to do for yourself is to go down to the lower time frame. 15 minutes is here, it is still not doing anything. 5 minute time frame, I don't think the market has opened. I think it's the broker is just playing around with me because it's not moving, it's still stuck at the same place. So when this market opens now, since you are in a fresh week and you have seen something like this happen, definitely the US dollar must have done something that made it so strong that it moved against the JPY like this, which means that entering just because you had like an expectation here is wrong. What you want to do is to wait for the market to open fully. Hmm? All right. So what you want to do is to wait for the market to settle fully after opening. All right. You want to wait for it to open fully, and then you want to see a structure formation, something like this that is doing now. So you want to see it form a structure, something like this, pull back, go to take this as liquidity, and then you want to see an official change of character that you can visibly tell a story with, and then you can look for a sell. All right. So I will not be taking a trade without like a confirmation. And since there is nothing to do a change of character, I definitely know that like the first one might be used as liquidity. So I would not dare to take a trade the moment the market opens. I will want to see a change of character or a character formation and then a change of character before attempting to take a trade. If I wanted to take a trade on UG, all right. I hope that's clear. OGFX. I hope that's clear. That will be my approach to UG. Okay. Ashley Media. What about GJ? What about GJ? Let's see. Let's see what to expect on GJ. So GJ, it's kind of like the same thing basically because I mean GBP and USD they're like correlating pairs, right? Sorry, they are correlating currencies, right? Some of them are basically doing the same thing. So if you have, oh boy, people who took a buy last week, congratulations, man! This is the kind of trade everybody wants. Damn, all that pips in one go. That's crazy. But again, you can see that we had like an expectation around that level because that's the highest high in this zone. Originally, if this was not the case, if this type of move was not the case, if this is not how the market approached that level, I would be looking for a direct entry. If again, like I said, if I was trading on a normal market condition and the market was approaching me like this, let's say it was coming like this, the normal way that the market moves, I'll be waiting to enter a direct entry sell from this level. I'm hoping to see a change of character before I load it in here. All right. But um, since you have a condition like this where the market is flying towards your entry, you want to wait for the market to slow down, generate a structure, like really create a structure because you don't know what fundamental activity is making this move, and you can never tell if this move is like this is the final one. This might just be like the first move, uh, a little retracement, and then a continuation of something like this again. So you never can tell. So what you want to do is to wait for it to slow down, just like we did on UJ, slow down fully, and then after slowing down, you want to see the same thing again. Let it create a structure that you can tell a story with, right? Let it create a structure, maybe something like this. Break when it breaks that structure, if you are looking for a sell, that becomes better. The problem with that is you might end up not taking a sell because the market might decide to just keep going. But that is the necessary sacrifice that you have to make if you love your account balance because you never can tell what is happening. You don't have the information. And I don't think checking the news is going to help you right now because, I mean, checking the news for what? The week just opened, right? So if you ask me, that's my view, that's my opinion on GJ. And guys, I might be going to bed soon because I want to be prepared for tomorrow. But I just want to see how BTC is going to do before I finally jump to bed. But we are still on this trade. We are still watching what Bitcoin might be doing. Remember, it is still holding up strong. And yeah, we have already talked about gold. I've talked about gold already. It's the same thing. Same thing when the market opens. We extensively talked about gold. So if you missed the analysis of gold, if you missed the analysis, already my throat is already getting blocked from talking. So go to the YouTube page, you see us live there, or check the last live that we do. If by the time you're checking, we are already off live, check the last live section that I did and look for the analysis that I did. I did an intensive analysis on gold, the top down already. So I can't go over it again. But it's basically the same thing that we just said. The market is yet to open. If it opens, you want to see what it does before it start going your way. So yeah, go and check that out. Oh, Joe Palmer, that's crazy. Yeah, something fishy, definitely something fishy. You don't expect to see this type of move. Where is it again? You don't expect to see this type of move with no explanations. Definitely, you don't expect this UJ and GJ, and you can see that they are all like USD or GBP pairs, right? You can see that. I think the market has opened fully for all. I don't know about gold. Why is gold not Pepperstone? don't know. I don't know. Gold is not playing yet. Gold is still not open for some reason. Maybe that's going to open a while later. But something is definitely happening. EU, you can see there's still that same move here. I think this might be attributed to some maybe something about the Gaza war and the ceasefire, blah blah blah, that happened over the weekend. You never can tell, right? Never can tell. All right. So if I wanted to take a trade, I definitely will be looking for my trade somewhere around here. So for Euro GBP, huh? Euro GBP, crazy. I never trade this pair. I thought it was Euro USD. But this looks like a very good formation. Let me check on the 15-minute time frame. Let me check on the 15-minute time frame. This looks good. The problem is where it is coming from. There was a break of structure. There was a this shows that this was like a strong low because it took care of business, and now the market is coming back from this very strong low. And since we are in an uptrend temporarily until this high is taken, then there's a chance that this one might go. But if you want to trade with respect to this break of structure, sorry, actually this break of structure, that makes this high valid for itself. If you are a if you're an EG type of person, this might be a valid entry. But I think with this type of pressure coming at you, you really want to wait and see what the market does, right? You really want to wait and see if there will be an internal change of character before you get involved in the market. So, Cloudy, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. You are lucky. You are one of the few that were stuck in that trade. I don't know what is happening. Everybody is surprised, but definitely some fundamental information. And that is one of the bad reasons why you should never hold a trade during the weekend. Something like this might happen. And if this is where the market open, trust me, even though you have like a stop loss somewhere around here, if let's say you were taking a sell on this trade last weekend, because this is where the market closed, even though you have a stop loss around here, that is not going to save you because the broker is automatically going to resume at where the market is, which means it's going to factor in all that SL. All right. That's the reason why if you are in a trade and you are still close to your entry on Fridays, you are close to your entry, just like on gold that we had that trade here. We were very, very close to our entry on Friday. All right, we're very close to our entry. We went for 1 to 2 and it reversed back. So since it was playing around entry on Friday, I don't know what the weekend might do. I don't know if it's going to open like that of GJ. All right. So I quickly closed the trade and we set everything to break even. So we closed the trade and we just forget about it. All right. Something like this could happen. If it happens to you on gold, it doesn't matter if you have to cry or if you have to bleed. Um, if it happens to you, your account is going to pay for it. So if you are taking a trade and you are at entry on weekend, this is good if it is in your favor. Like in the case of Cloudy right now, that just made $70 from this move. It is good if it's in your favor, but just imagine if it is against you. Terrible, 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 terrible thing to do because you would have lost. In fact, your psychology will be messed up from the beginning of the week because this thing, if it's a loss against you, that's what is going to direct your entire trading week. That is what is going to uh, dictate everything that you are going to do for the next week. So yeah, good one if it's in your favor, but then it is not something to be happy about. Okay, it's not something to turn to a second habit. All right, it's something that might kill you. Okay, uh, but there is a massive liquidity. I was thinking of hoping into a sell. No, I wouldn't enter a sell. All right. After a big move like this, personally, if you want to enter a sell, you should because obviously we had a prediction that the market is going to react from there. That's why we have this whole thing here. You guys can see that I just opened the chart now and I saw it there. So we're expecting a sell from here at some point, which might be what is happening. But because of this level of push that happened just in the first 1 minute of the market open, I definitely will wait for a structural formation before getting involved. I would like to see the market calm down and then figure out what it really wants to do. If it wants to go down, I would like to see like a second structure break, something like this, like this, and then I get involved. If it wants to keep buying, then it could, you know, not give me that formation. It could give me something like a pushback, a drop, a pushback, a drop, a pushback, a drop. If I don't see any entry opportunity, I can enter here and here. But if that doesn't happen, entering directly like this might be too risky because this looks like a pullback for a continuation. That force that made it jump like that, I don't think it's dead yet. I think it's still working. And if you even go to like the higher time frame, you'll notice that the higher time frame, it's not even closed yet. It's just opening. So this thing happened during the weekend. This particular candle, it happened during the weekend. This is just a reflection of where the market resumed. And if there was this type of pressure during the weekend, I think you are going to find out how bad it is when the market fully opens. So entering a sell right now without confirmation, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Okay. Oh, Shoko. Yes, man. I never making that mistake again. Exactly. Blew my funded account on second phase, man. Ah, shit. That's crazy. Yeah. If you, especially if you are taking a trade on a funded account, no matter how good that trade looks like, and it's during the weekend, and the market is about to close on Friday, if it is not far from your position and if you are not in profit, if you are in a loss, cut the losses like that. Don't say okay, it might recover on the when the week opens. If you are in profit and it's a reasonable profit, take it and wait for what will happen on Friday and sorry on Monday when the market opens. Now, if you are in a trade and is approaching or is playing around your entry, it is even better. Close it and wait for the Monday. This kind of thing is sweet if it's in your favor, but if it's against you, you get to the point now. So this one, I don't think is ready. This whole liquidity being formed, if you were in a sell here, looking for a sell here, seeing all this type of reaction, I probably will close the sell because I know that it is arranging liquidity and there is a high chance that it is going to take them out, maybe react to this one and then drop because of this level of liquidity that is being formed. It is either that or it goes above this level and then break structure. Then it will give me another opportunity to enter. There's no need to be rigid. If you are in a sell on volatility index 75 based on my recommendation, seeing this type of formation, just close it. All right, close it, close it, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. The only trade I'm on right now is BTC, and seems like we have recovered again. What the hell? That's like the third time this evening. I just want to see it go above this level. I think and I pray that it will happen before 12 because I'll have to go and sleep at 12 and wake up at 8 to continue the live section. But I want to see BTC go above this level. That way I can sleep in peace and not be trying to check my phone every now and then. I don't know. No matter how I try to act as if I'm not in the trade when I'm sleeping, it still disturbs my sleep a lot. So yeah, Chopama, it's a very see, it's an habit that all of us must have learnt from in the past. Every one of us, trust me. Everybody here would see the trade when the trade is in a drawdown. You're like, okay, to recover, and like everybody, everybody. So yeah, if you are feeling the pain too, then it is best to just save yourself. Save yourself. Zao USD, is it a buy or a sell? Okay, so you guys see what I'm talking about. This is what we are saying, yeah, that could happen. You see that little wick above? Let me delete some of these drawings so that you see clearly. All right. So you see how I was looking for this sell here before. The sell is still very valid. I just need a better confirmation in order to approach the market now. And since the week has opened and you can see the first reasonable candle of the day is a very strong candle. Why? It went to take liquidity above it. All right. In a trade that I still see as a very valid trade, right? So now what I want to see is since this is the low that printed that candle, this is the lowest that it has gone. I would want to see a break below this area, something like this, a push. Maybe the next candle will push and then close below this area. If it closes below this area, I use this base as my entry for sell. That's exactly what I explained before. That if I see a liquidity takeout and it's still maintained inside this my zone, since it's still valid and it's not yet violated, now this is a good confirmation. It goes up, it took liquidity, which is the first step. Now the second step I need to see a strong intentional candle, that's a selling candle, an engulfing candle, whatever, all right, that goes below this zone. All right, because this is the low that printed the candle that went outside the box, right? So now to see or to confirm my change of character, I would like to see some candle go below this zone. It might then react to this area. We talked about it before. All right, this is the expectation. It is happening. So it might react to this area and pull back. You see that pullback? That that is where I might be taking a trade. All right. To fortify my trade, however, all right, to make sure I'm ready for anything that happen at overall, I can decide to take a buy here just to support my sell trade. All right, just in case it doesn't end up being a sell at the end of the day. Since this is still valid for what I care, I can decide to enter a trade here. But it's a very risky trade. If you are entering, you should be entering with like some little amount of money. Maybe if I am planning to risk $100 around this area, I might risk $20 here. Because by the time the $20 gets here, that's like 1 to 2. That would be $40. That will help me with wherever and all that. So again, now I'm waiting for a break of this low. If it breaks this low, I wait for a pullback and my entry will be here. I'll draw a box around the high and the base of this reaction. All right, and that will become my entry. Stop loss will be going above the original zone because I want to cover it still. All right. But again, all these things that I've drawn are all based on condition. Something has to happen before one becomes valid. So it is not yet a trade. It is not yet a signal. It is just expectations. All right. It is what you are hoping the market gives you. All right. So that is my view, and that is what I'll be expecting on gold. And I hope it's clear. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I wonder why we are still at 9K. Come on, guys, you're not giving me enough credit. I know I am doing a lot for this community. Come on, man, encourage your boy now. Let's get to 10K. Let me know that my community is enjoying the live section. If you are learning anything at all, if it is encouraging to you, if I'm helping you lose money, please. I still be your brother now. You still feel I still feel lose your money where you go still like my sure you get. Just hit the screen. Let's go there. Let's go there. Alright. We are losing together. No vex now. Like am for me. Those of now wey get flower, send them. Oh. No say this boy na forex trader. The flower go help the live section. If TikTok is making money, they recommend you to other people. You understand? So I might have money, I might not need the flower for the sake of money, but for the sake of the community growing to the next level. I mean, I no go want see when I go get like 300 people they watch me, and it was fun before now, Abi. Before they took down our main account. Since we are here, let's like it. Thank you so much, Cloudy. Thank you so much, and every other person who is liking right now. God bless you, and may this week be a very good week for all of us all. And yeah, Let's see how it goes. So from now, you might be seeing a reduced volume because I think I've done more than 7 to 8 analysis so far. All right. Then take down your yeah, that account with 6,000 followers. TikTok woke up one morning and I was like, yeah, you guys are you're not welcomed anymore. I took it down. I created this account. I sent them a request immediately, and then I proved to them that I own a YouTube page. And they're like, okay, go ahead, come back. And I was like, okay, since you can now give me this account, why not just give me back my account? They said, nope, that's not coming back. So we are stuck with this one. I just hope that they don't take this one down again, but they have not really given me any strikes or any warning so far. So that is good, I guess, right? So let's see. This one is almost at. This one is also almost at. Oh, oh boy! So we're already at 639 followers, close to 1K. So we are getting there. But I need all of your help. Keep liking, keep sending the flowers so that they can promote me to a larger audience. And as you do that, may you be blessed. May you be blessed. Thank you so much.
I'm going to give you and say sip. I want you to something.
Make a sip well now. You dey give me something I sip, you the hold am. You won't give me my sip or not? Drop your hand first.
I don't trust you now.
Drop your hand first,
Oga,
guy.
still
You give
give
me
me.
make a sip. Allow me sip and wait. I no go finish. I know. If this your hand, dey disturb my sip. Drop am make you You give me my sip. Make a sip and wait. Hmm. You go do this kind of thing. You can't do it for yourself alone. You do mocktail. You do it for yourself alone. My friend, help me. Help your boy. What kind of wickedness with this? You do better mocktail. You say make I sip. Wickedness. Sip waiting. So what's my TP for BTC? Following structure, my overall target or my main target will be this one. All right. Following structure down. So break and retest, break and retest. But you guys know that always when you are trading with structure, oftentimes when the trade is how should I say this now? When you get yourself a good trade like this one, let's say you were taking this trade that you guys remember we took this trade, right? We took this trade last Friday. I don't know why this that thing keep deleting, but let me put it back. We took this trade from here last Friday and it hit TP sometimes around 11 o'clock today. I just checked my chart and I saw that it hit TP. Let me see if I can show you on the chart. All right, so looking at my chart, this BTC, right? Coming. I think it should be on this one. So looking at my chart, this was the trade that we took on Friday. You can see that one here. So I took that trade, and for some reason, the um, FTMO saver closed at 9 o'clock. It didn't let me close my trade at 9 o'clock. I wanted to close the trade, but it didn't let me close the trade. But somehow, miraculously, after all that drawdown and something, it took me out. All right. On my personal account, I closed the trade. All right. So on my personal account, I actually did close the trade. All right. On a personal class account, I closed the trade. This is the same trade. You can see it was coming back. Sorry, my bad. It was coming back, and I closed the trade at break even. So it's a good thing that FCMO refused to close me on Friday because I woke up and I saw that the trade had already hit TP for a 1 to 3, I think. It was above this level. The reason why I'm using this as an example is that so look at this now. Even though you are following structure, oftentimes you notice that when there is an expansion, it always add a little bit more. Like it breaks the structure and then it go up a little bit more. Look at this one too. Breaks the structure. Let's say your target was this high. So it breaks the structure, but then it added like even times two of the movement, which is something that is it's often happening on BTC. We see it very well. You are targeting the high to continue the structure, but it often give you even extra. So The first target, like I said, if you have a big position, I would secure some profit around here. In case your own case will be when it will just take this one and then go back against you. That thing happened to me yesterday on volatility. I slept with a position open. This position, yes, I think. Wait, this. I'm not sure where it is again. Yeah, this position. So I entered this trade yesterday. It was already very late. I'd already made some money on all this one. Thank you, boss. I already made some money on this one. So I set this one to break even and I went to bed. Now, I did not set take profit because I was hoping that if this one breaks, highest it to do would be to retrace and then continue going upward, right? So I wanted, since I'm going to sleep, uh, I left it open. But look at what happened. It came, and I don't know. It is only when me I make mistake that the market is always doing what it wants to do. So you see what happened here? It came. The trade was very successful for a 1 to 4. It probably gave me a lot of money because yeah, came there, and then you can see precisely. And then by the time I woke up, I saw the market was around here. All right, so the market was around here, and I did not close until it got to this level on synthetic, which was annoying, very very annoying to to be honest. Where is this trade again? Let me show you guys. Think to tell you how painful that thing can be. Aha, this is the trade I'm talking about. Look, so you see, I entered the buy here, that buy, and it went all the way to the top. Look, it went all the way to the top, but I ended up closing the trade here. So you see where that trade got closed here. So sometimes you need to have a take profit, a realistic take profit, even though you are expecting something bigger. All right. Even though you are expecting something bigger, you need to have a realistic take profit. And for BTC, I think a realistic take profit right now, first of all, will be this internal liquidity here. The reason why I did not go for that one is because sometimes, if the market wants to continue going downward, you might just reject to somewhere here and then start going. And since you are not going to be monitoring it, like I said, me, I will be going to sleep. So I might set one take profit to this area. But since it's only one position that I'm holding, I might decide to just trust my guts and add a few extra. So I might target 127k, because it's a key level, and Bitcoin might decide to just target a key level. All right. If I want to be very very stubborn, I can decide to target more, but the first target is going to be the structure. And if you want to be very, very careful, you target liquidity inside the structure, which is where that line is. All right. So I hope that is more explanatory than just giving you a number without knowing the reason why the number is there. Huh? Don't worry, I don't come back. Now I'm active. After that thing happened, after the TikTok ban happened, a lot of other things happened actually. So I had like two investors that I was trading for, and the accounts were doing very, very well. But they also ran into some issues on their own, and they had to pull out their funds. So I was kind of like broke. I was dealing with uh, my own personal account that was in a drawdown. I ran into some of these, this first time welcome party, and then TikTok, then go and take your account down. Those crazy, crazy things that you always feel. And I was taking a lot of losses. If you guys notice all the signals that I gave in the Telegram channel, I'm sure most people in the Telegram channel would have already thought for a second and said, "Hey, what is wrong with this boy? All right, what is going on? Why is all your trade going bad and all that?" So I ran into some of those issues and I needed to take a step back, and that's the reason why I have stayed back for this long. All right, that I have not been making the effort to come on live, because if I come on live and I come and disgrace myself, that would just add to my problem and all that. Abi? So that's what was going on. Hope Ekanem, what's up? Good. Should I call this morning? No, good evening. Good evening. Ashes to ashes, Lizzie and good. I don't understand what that person is talking. Sorry about that. So Um, this is the point where we start trolling all the people that were trying to make us leave this trade by force. Those who were selling, what's up? Now our own turn be this, so make me laugh small. Eh? So I be now, you still dey inside the cell because I think that they do us that time. The moment you people see somebody straight in the drawdown, you want to frustrate the hell out of that person. You want to make the person feel like he doesn't know what he's doing. Hope this is say less. If you know me from the formal accounts, say less. Um, the account was banned. All right. So if you say you know me from the voice, then definitely you do because I don't think I have many people who speak exactly like the way I speak. All right. So that might be me, or maybe I just have like a very, 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 very realistic double. Whichever one. This is me. And you're welcome to this one. This is our new account, and you can see that now we have VFX Trade as the account name, not my personal name. So gold not yet ready. It's That's the reason why you wait for confirmation. Like I said, confirmation before you enter. Not yet ready. It is still pushing up. So just wait for the market to finally decide on what he wants to do. Then you can start looking for a trade. If it breaks to the upside, fine, I'll be looking for a buy here. And if it breaks to the downside, fine, I start looking for a sell. I bought since morning, bro, and still holding. That's BTC, right? If you bought BTC this morning, we are in this together. Was it this morning I bought BTC? I think it should be. When did I enter this trade? How many hours so far? I entered this trade exactly from this level that you see me on the trade. So it was from here. Let me see. So far to now, I've been in this trade for 4 hours and it's still at break even or about above entry. So mine might not be since this morning, but since 4 hours ago. Yeah, it's been stressful. It's been stressful so far. As a matter of fact, I have had like 3 times that I thought, was I right holding it? The only thing that kept me holding the trade is the fact that I don't want to trade with my emotions anymore. I want to trade with my strategy. And if my strategy says the trade is still valid, then you just keep holding. Because all the times that I have traded with my emotions and say, oh, okay, it's going down, let me close. I ended up regretting and it ended up messing with my day. One thing about this one now is if I take a loss on this trade and I held the trade based on my analysis and based on my strategy, I will not blame myself for it because I'll feel like I did everything that I am supposed to do. So that is not going to affect my next trade. That's not going to have an effect on my next trade. But let's say I close this trade now because I saw that it's just, I entered the trade with a confirmation and now it's misbehaving, but the trade is not yet invalidated and I close the trade. If this trade now end up becoming a winning trade, if it happens to become a winning trade, yeah, that is going to shape the rest of my day because I'm going to be vexing or I'm going to be mad for not respecting my analysis, for not, I'm going to be calling myself you know, a, like a bitch, for not sticking to my trade and everything. So if I'm going to be taking the next trade, I might see a trade that I'm supposed to get out, I will be stubborn. Like it's going to affect a lot of things. So instead, I choose to stick to my analysis and just hold it. Oh boy. Hope, if you say the spike down almost blow your account, are you going all in with your account? If you are going all in, then that's fine. Depending on what you are doing, if that is not all your money. But if that is all your account and you are saying it almost blow your account, you still have something to learn, my bro. You are not supposed to take any trade that will put you in that type of high BP. If your account is about to blow, that's the highest level of BP that you will ever get. Your heart will be beating faster than a BMW with M4 engine. M4 engine, V12 engine. Your heart go big, 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 and that is very, very bad. So you want to take a trade with a reasonable amount of risk that you can stomach, a reasonable amount of risk out of your account that you can say, fuck it, it is what it is. I'll take the next trade comfortably. So any trade that you take that will lead to blowing your account, unless that account that you are blowing is just one of many attempts that you can comfortably make. So, for example, if I'm trading on, let's say, volatility, for instance, I don't use stop loss on volatility, but for a reason. I have my master account, which is my main account, and on the MT5 account, I just transfer exactly the amount that I want to risk per that trade. So I am ready to go all in for that trade. And even if I'm not ready to go all in, I'm entering the position having in mind how much I want to risk on that trade. So I can confidently hold the trade, you know, and just watch my account drain like that. But that is not all the money I will have. The main money is seated in my original account balance. So if that is what you are doing, then fine, that is okay. But if you're trading with all your accounts and a spike is going to blow your account, that's a bad habit. There is no way you'll be able to hold your trade to TP if you're in a trade like that. All right, because you'll be thinking, hey, if you go back now, if you go back now, that is another thing. You will not hold your trade to TP even when you have a good trade. And in a losing trade, it makes the matter worse. In a losing trade, oh my God, you're already thinking of all the mistakes you have made. You're already questioning all the things that you have done in this life. You're already asking yourself all these stupid questions like, why did you go all in? You should have risked 10%. That is when your head will now start kicking in. Start blaming yourself for everything that has happened to you in this life. Start telling yourself that God doesn't like you and the rest. So, in a losing trade, you are in trouble. In a winning trade, you are in trouble. It doesn't, if you ask me, risking too much of your account, it doesn't really work. It doesn't, it just puts you in a state of mind where you will never win because all the statistics are stacked against you. If you are in if you are in if you are in if you are in with full margin right now, a trader could have gone all the way to this level. The moment the trade goes, and this has happened to me a lot. As a matter of fact, it happens to me um this last Friday. Yes, it happened to me this last Friday on that gold sale that I explained earlier. I took a trade on. I took a first trade. I think it was a sell here. Um, I took a sell here on gold last Friday. You guys remember this trade? I believe our stop loss was a little bit above this level, and the market came and it took me out. Now, at this particular time, this was the third loss I would have taken, and my account was already looking very bad. All right, for the day. Now I have one option: step away or just keep maintaining my trading as usual. But you know what I did? This thing took me out, and I immediately saw this candle, which shows a good confirmation for the entry. All I needed to do was to enter the same the same risk size that I was risking, and it was manageable for my account. But I actually went and over leveraged the account. I over leveraged the account, so I was risking literally everything that was remaining. I am saying this because I want you to know that all of us are going through this thing. I was on a challenge account for FTMO that was already in a drawdown previously. I have tried to recover it, and then this particular trade took me back to nothing. Right, so I was mad about that thing that happened. Imagine recovering your account from 500 to 900, and then this trade alone, for some reason, because I was in two other trades that actually went ended up being a loss that day, brought the account back to pretty much 500 again, you know. So I was really mad that that happened. And when I saw this opportunity, I over leveraged my account. All right. I over leveraged my account, and I don't know. Let me actually see if I can show you guys the statistics of that trade because this has a very big lesson to learn. And I don't care if anybody laugh at my account, but I'll just show it for those who learn from it. For those who learn from the mistake, I guess this is for you. So this is the account here, and this is the trades that I took that I'm talking about. So So you guys see how the first entries, like I said, was on this confirmation. It was actually based on this candle. This one right here. I entered right here. Stop loss was above here. So at this level, the reason why my stop loss was so close was because I am entering with a confirmation, right? I'm not entering directly. I'm entering with a confirmation. So it took me out for it took us out, all of us, because I sent the trade as a signal to the group. I can remember somebody saying that God gave us a middle finger. But during that time that he was telling us that God gave us a middle finger, this is what the boy was doing. Let me zoom in so that you can see properly. All right. I did not send the signal, but on my own, since the account was pretty bad, I entered so many positions here. You might not be seeing it plenty, but let me see if I can actually go to the 1 minute because this is very important. This might help somebody, right? Let me see. Where is it? Huh. So I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see that this is so many positions. This right here is so many positions. I saw that candle and I immediately entered plenty. But guess what? I am now in a position that just from here, all right, sorry, here, just from here to here was giving me like 240. I've earlier just lost like 200 here. So here was giving me like 240. My mind was telling me, since it's just giving me a sign, let me close and wait for the pullback. And that was the worst mistake that I did because the moment I closed, I did come, I finished. The moment I closed, the market kept going. And you know how the whole trading industry is. You start looking for that pullback that your mind is fixated on. I looked for the pullback here. Here again, I was mad because I did not hold the trade. I entered that habit that gave me that recovery here took it back straight. It took it back here. All right, because I made some money, quick money there. I wanted to make quick money again, and this time it ended up clearing my account a lot. So trust me, bad habits sometimes can be rewarded, but in most cases it's just going to make you start doing something that is going to end your account. And I am telling you now that it's only by the grace of God that I have not blown the account. The account is pretty bad right now, but I am very determined to recover the account. And this is exactly my thought process and everything that happened. And this is to prove to you that everybody is going through that same issue. Everybody has this, you know, you feel pain as a human. So don't go and be blaming yourself that something bad is happening. Just accept that it has happened. You're not in the competition with anybody. Anybody will tell me say I no sabi trade because I do that mistake. That one na for your pocket. You get. No, 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 no. I hope, Sydney Nicole, I hope that this will encourage you and I hope that this is going to help you to not give up. Honestly, everybody is going through this same thing. All right. Even the best of us. Mine might be once a while. I've seen that the past 2 weeks was really bad for me. I was going through some psychological rearrangement thing and all that. But it's a week for me. You might be stuck in it for like months now, but the moment you realize that this is what is happening to you, you start doing something different. You just notice that you start doing something different, right? Oh, wait, wait, see who they wine, who they wine
J-Bash na Nepo baby o.
now.
J-Bash
Yeah.
na Nepo baby guy. Like, you go dey reason say guy back up me. Him papa na
They play,
state minister of defence.
they play. Wetin you dey do? If you do for road, even if you sabi do am, if you do am for road,
I just dey know
wetin
say
fit CJ Bash do for road, if you do am, even if you sabi do am.
even the road alone like all those things wey change wey na Nepo baby.
I wonder why people dey live life because other people dey live life. Oh. I no dey do like that. Oh.
No, like I just dey curious as to how na
How?
now he go actually dedicate him meaning to go put him father when he say oh your papa na state minister of defence.
Dey play.
Fucking Nepo baby.
Go dey play, go dey play. You and am go enter trouble. Na him go come dey visit you.
Fucking
Oh abeg, no go do anything for dis life because another person dey do am. You no know anybody
wow.
back up.
Fucking Nepo baby.
You no know anybody back up. Oh. Just sabi your own, do your own. Yep. I'm also about to go. I'll be ending the live stream in about 10 minutes, around 11:50, because I need to sleep. I need to prepare for tomorrow, and I'm happy that Bitcoin is recovering right now. It gives me more confidence to sleep peacefully without thinking about whatever it is that is going on. So yeah, thank you for having me, and I hope that you um enjoyed the live section tonight. Sydney, I think it's the first time that I'm seeing your name, or I am paying attention to your name. If it's the first time, you're welcome, and if it is not, you're welcome to the family also. This is VFS Trading, should I say VFS Trades? I am Sayless. This name I am going to change soon, because just yesterday, like I said, I was going online and I saw that somebody else, a very well established forex trader, has this VFS Academy or VFS Trading Academy. So definitely I cannot trademark this name anymore. Somebody else is well established in it. So I am definitely going to be changing it. I'm still thinking about it. So if you wake up tomorrow and you are not seeing VFS Trading, this is the explanation for that. All right. But I'm not changing it yet. I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking about something that nobody else is already doing. The reason why I never used Sailors was because somebody else is already established there too. So I guess we'll find a way to do it. Anyways, good night to you guys, and I hope that we are all happy. I hope that I've not offended anybody, and if I've offended you, still fuck you in a way. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But let's see tomorrow. I will be coming on live section by the time I wake up. Because if you sleep now, I will wake up by 12. So man, I no promise anybody. I am currently in the buy on BTC, so I am definitely going to be holding my buy. If you have not bought and you like the analysis that I've said so far, definitely go ahead, go on, buy. You can join us in this trade. It's still almost at entry, so everywhere good. But if you are not yet in the buy and you are not sure, then you can wait for the confirmation, which will be the confirmation for BTC for me will be a break above this level, right? So this is the first entry, which turned out to be an early entry. We are lucky we are recovering, but if there is a break above this level, that gives me a better confirmation that Bitcoin is about to fly. The problem about BTC is you don't expect a break and retest. You don't expect a break and pullback. In most cases, when Bitcoin is going, it flies. When it flies, it flies. All right. That is why we always want to get in as fast as we can. If you see an opportunity to get in on BTC, BTC is not one of those pairs that you'll be thinking it will give me premium entry zone. It doesn't. All right. And that's the reason why we are always looking for the entry the moment it's in our zone. Right. The only problem with this trade is I did not enter at the premium level, which is here. This would have been very, very nice. I wouldn't have been worrying about all this. But if all that information is enough and is okay for you, then by all means enter. The target for the trade will be to break this structure. And since I am going to be sleeping and anything can happen, I will be using a 1 to 3 just to be safe. 1 to 3 should be around here, somewhere around here. So I'll be setting my target to this level. If I wake up tomorrow and I see it all the way up there, it is fine. Another way to do about it is if you have multiple trade, if you have multiple positions in this trade, you can set some targets to this level and then other targets to like 127,000, because once it breaks this level, it will be pushing for the next level, which in my own case I think the next solid level will be 127k. All right. So if you want, you can set your take profit to that level, but just in case market wants to be consolidating today, set a take profit around here. That way you know that for a fact you have something saved, you have something from the market. All right. And yeah, that's my take for BTC. For gold, since it is still pushing up and is going up, I will not do anything until it gives me one of these formations. Like I said, if it breaks to the upside completely, then I'll be looking for a buy from this level. And if it does break to the downside, I'll be looking for a sell from this level. So both the trading ideas are still pending. Um, they are still pending character formation, and it's yet to give me that strong formation. So I guess I just pray that if I wake up tomorrow, the market would have not done what I expected to do, because it has not even given me a place to set limit or anything. There is no confirmation yet, so I will just watch it and I'll wake up tomorrow, and maybe New York, London section. We'll see what the market gives us. So that said, I'm so happy to have all of you here, and thank you for having me. See you guys in the morning. Okay? Is there any question before I go? Is there any other questions before I go, please? Can I enter because I won't be able to sleep at all? So maybe in the morning. Yeah, well, we have this issue, and the reason I have said it before, the reason why I am here looking at BTC here, the reason why I'm here looking at BTC is because if I go to bed when my trade is in a drawdown, before I can't even sleep when I have a trade running. But these days I notice that it is only when I see that my trade is in a drawdown before going to bed that I will not be able to sleep, because I'll be waking up to check at all time, because my brain would have already registered red, and I don't like seeing red, right? um but if I see it like recovering like this, and I have confidence that the market is about to go in my favor, and I see that all the pain has already been done, if I go to bed I can easily sleep. All right. So if you are that kind of person that cannot hold your trade, you cannot sleep when you are in the trade, then just wait for morning to come. If you don't end up taking any profit on this trade or making any money with this trade, there's still like 100 more opportunities to come tomorrow, next tomorrow. All right. You still have so many opportunities to trade tomorrow. So there's no point, like tormenting your sleep or taking away your sleep simply because you have to hold a trade that could potentially be a profit. So if that is a problem for you, you don't want. Another thing is you don't want to stay here all night and then it turns to shit anyways. All right, you can stay here all night. It's not going to make any difference here. So if you can't hold it, you close it and you wait till tomorrow. But if you can sleep, if you have already tested yourself and you know that you can sleep, then it's best you just go to bed, because you need that sleep. If you don't sleep well tomorrow, you're not going to be able to make good decisions. All right. So that is another thing. Your health will bring your wealth. All right. Thank you, bro. You're doing well. Thank you so much. Promise. So if there's no questions, I guess see you guys tomorrow. 2 more minutes to go. If you have a question, ask now. Let me clarify. I guess no question. All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me. Have a nice night and see you guys in the morning. Bye bye.